I'm Larissa Rubijewski with Remax Palace Verdes.
I am Mike Bjork with First Cal Mortgage, and welcome to South Bay Market Reports.
We would like to warn you, first of all, that we are not professional speakers here, so bear with us, and we are here not for the entertaining purposes, but to educate you, to give you tips, and to make sure that you navigate in those dark waters successfully. Today we're going to be talking about short sales again. However, in comparisons to our last session, that's going to be non-owner occupied buildings. Investors, so here's the session for you. There are a couple of rules that you need to be aware of course, as usual. Rule number one, do not panic. This is the worst that you can do right now, and that's what I see people do as a rule number one. They do panic. Before you do that, call this guy. Make sure that you have alternative options worked up before you decide to do the short sale. Mike has, I think, a lot of great alternatives.
We've got a lot of great alternatives, and we understand that panicking, is easier said than done, but give us a call. What we can do is we can take a look at your specific case, see what alternatives there might be, because we do work with a number of investors to private equity firms to what government programs may exist, and we can see if you may fit into one of those categories and see if it might be an alternative to going the route of a short sale or foreclosure. And if it goes that route, then give Larissa a call.
And when you do, we need to sit down and make sure that we are going through your file. The hardship and proving of this hardship that you have is the most crucial, most important part for any short sales, and specifically for the units and income properties. You need to talk to me about all the details that you have about your assets, about your debt, about what you've spent your money on for the last 2 years, how much your money you made, and so forth and so on. Along with that, please do consult your CPA or your tax attorney. Usually, in most of the cases at least, there is a tax consequence after you close, so please be aware of that. You have to have a plan and make sure that we're both working on that plan very, very diligently.
Yeah, exactly. So you really do need to make sure you have your team of professionals working for you, and definitely CPA or a tax preparer person that you utilize that does your taxes is extremely important in this scenario, because many things that are out there are geared more towards primary residence, and you being an investor in this scenario, you really need to know what you can do to offset the income that you'll probably be incurring on forgiveness of this loan.
Absolutely. Now, another rule, please don't view the bank that you have the mortgage with as a evil guy. They're actually quite cooperative nowadays, and the reason is, one, they really don't want to foreclose on your property. They are so overwhelmed with the inventory of homes that they're holding back. There is really no room right now to inflate that number of foreclosed properties that they're already sitting in their portfolios. So most likely they will be cooperative on allowing you a short sale. However, if you are not living at the property, you are not a prime owner, most of the times they will try to put some burden on you, and that's usually the difference between sold price and the mortgage amount that you have. My job as your agent to make sure that I sold the bank the fact that you have such a scary situation, such a tremendous hardship that they would forgive that. And in my cases, most of the times they do. Now, some people are very concerned and worried about 1099 form. And this is something that Mike is very much expert at.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless whether it's a primary residence, investor, or secondary, you're going to receive a 1099. And the laws that were meant to be, that were provided, more protecting the primary residence. So the people who have a primary residence, they do enter a 1099 onto their income statement, but they do offset it through the forgiveness programs that are presented by the government. Now, for investors in secondary homes, many times what they're going to do is add that as part of your income, and that's why it's real important to talk to your tax preparer or your CPA in this scenario.
And please bear in mind that each case is 100% individual. There is no similar cases. They sometimes resemble each other, but each individual is very much unique. So you have to treat your case as a unique position, and make sure that you're working with your agent very combinedly on that. Now, again, Since it's individual, please call us. We would be happy to go over your portfolio to advise you. It's all free of any monetary or any other obligations. We're here to help. My number is 310-387-1414.
And my number is 310-694-3544.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.